of tissue paper. Again, I'm trying to use all these different materials soaked in the PVA glue. What this would do is give it a bit more texture, a bit more sort of a 3D effect. It will actually come out of the painting. It might work, it might not work, but we could always cover it with paint at the end. We just add to that effect. See, simple. It's like using colour. It's using paint. But when that dries up, it'll be like a splash of colour. And now I've got the yellow here. Again, these straightforward colour tissue paper, very useful for a lot of effects, papier or papier-mâché or whatever. And that I'll use, let's see where, I'll put that over here in the middle of the explosion. See how that lands. Slightly different tone of yellow, but it doesn't matter. I'll just, even if it's scrunched up and broken up, it might add to the effect. Make sure it's well squashed so it doesn't take too long to dry. And you can do this all over the painting. Now I'm just going to add some conventional strokes of paint with a brush, unlike what we've done up to now. Just see how that goes. And following on from what I said last week, how do you know when something's good or bad in abstract art? It's very difficult. Of course, it's very hard. No one really, I mean, anyone can be fooled. There's been some cases recently of this kid's paintings have been sold for, I don't know, a lot of money. It's very hard to tell. But one has to look at the honesty and whether it works, purely whether it works. If you think there's something magical about it. For instance, what I've just done now, I don't think that works. I don't think it works. There's something there that I don't like. So, you know, but that's my gut feeling. Whether I'm right or wrong, I don't know. Maybe I'm going to do something on it. At the moment, that I don't like, that I do like. That for me, it's great. It needs nothing else. This doesn't work. So it's very hard to tell what's good and bad. Honesty. And obviously, if it has a signature of a very important painter, then it makes it easier. But anyone can get it wrong. All right. I'm going to try and fix what I didn't like. I'm just going to pour some paint on it and then let it drip down so it's a bit more natural. This thing I did wasn't very natural. You see, that's working better. Purely a few drops of, already now that's working. It's integrating it with the rest, and it's all about getting it to work as a whole. Getting some wave effect now. And even maybe what I did before. See, none of this has been pre-planned. I'm just trying things out and then seeing whether they work. I mean, you can scratch off. Why not scratch using any sharp edge? That's another effect. And even stuff that you've already done, you can eliminate, take away. You know what the key word is? Sin miedo. No fear. Just try it. Worst case scenario, you paint it all again and you live to fight another day. Some more action painting. See, that's quite a bold statement there. And again, I'm going to see how it drips. And then you can make it drip in another direction. See, now I'm working with that dripping effect. It adds to it. Just got to let it for a while, see what happens. And I'm going to put some spray paint on. So that's virtually all the techniques we've used in the past. I'm using in one single painting. It's working. I'm now debating whether to change a color and have maybe a dramatic statement. Black. You couldn't get more dramatic than that on yellow and blue. We'd probably do it. It might spoil it, so what? Now I'm going to use spray paint, so like I always say, safety first. I'm going to put the spray mask on and just see how it works on the actual painting. I'm going to cross over and that should drip on its own as well. Yeah, I don't want to overdo it, but it's a different effect to what we already had. See how that green and yellow mixed to it's now like a watercolor effect. And I'll try some over here. Look at the reaction with the yellow. And maybe last one quick Zen type of stroke. That's it. Because I've always said that no fear, and I always say these things, that you've got to go for it. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for black, which is a very dangerous color, but I think it needs some punch. So I hope you've enjoyed the program. I've enjoyed doing it. Good night.